A lot of people find centering divs a hassle, but it needn't be. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways to achieve this effect, all in under a minute each. We'll use margins, flexbox, and grid. So let's get into it. So here we are with my Mondrian-inspired divs. I have a div with a class of container, and the div I want to be centering is called self. So let's start off with the margin method. To do this, we first need to do position relative on the container, and then in the self, we need position absolute. Next up, we need top 50%, left 50%, and then transform, translate, minus 50%, and, you've probably guessed, minus 50%. And there we are, we have now centered our div. But what is this actually doing? Well, with top 50%, we are moving our div down by 50% of the parent's height. With left 50%, we're moving our div right by 50% of the parent's width. And with transform translate, we are moving the self div up and left by 50% of its own height and width. And you'll see that this solution is completely responsive. So if we make the container width smaller, still centered. And same with the height. Great news. But if you thought that was easy, wait till you see the flexbox solution. I will remove these and this. And to use flexbox, you just do display flex on the container, and then justify content, center, and align items, center. And that's it. Nothing on the self div at all. And we have completely centered our div. And guess what? Grid is exactly the same. All you need to do is switch out display flex for display grid. Still centered. It really is that easy. And just to prove to you that this is completely responsive, let's change our container to a %, and we'll give our self div height and width of, let's go with 10 ems. So you'll now see that no matter how I change the size, it's completely responsive. And it's the same with flexbox. How awesome is that? So I hope this was useful. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. And feel free to mention any videos you'd like to see from me next. And don't forget to keep an eye on my Twitter. I like to run amusing polls such as this one. What's more awesome, baboons or balloons? Baboons have won with 64%. But what I forgot to mention is that there's also an option, baboon balloons. Clearly, this would have won with 100%. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.